Hello, everyone, and I'm Don Delarente, and this is a Know the Score special on Super Bowl 51. I'm joined by That's So Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to talk to you and chat about an epic Super Bowl that we got a chance to watch last night.
Right, for me, it's been a while because I've been out trying to fix computer things, but I'm glad to be back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hope everything is going well in the beautiful world of coding and technology.
As well as it can go, but you know how it is.
All right. Well, let's talk about something that was epic. Well, first, let me ask you, what was your setting? Did you have a Super Bowl party? Did you watch some family and friends? What
I
was?
generally don't watch around people anymore just because people say things about the game, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, look at your eyes. Is just what you're saying and what's going on is not making sense anymore. So now I just have to watch this by myself.
Uh,
Um, So yeah, I had a food setup. I had oxtail. I had plantain. I had rice going. It was a very ethnic affair with myself, and just chilling, watching the game. It was great.
okay. Myself, we had some people over. So we had a Steelers fan, we had a Panthers fan, we had a Bears fan, Cowboys fan, of course, me as a Redskins fan. So the Steelers fan, of course, was going for the Falcons and rooting against everything Patriots. The
Right.
Panthers fan was rooting for the Patriots because they didn't want Atlanta to succeed because of their division. And then they would be the only team without a Super Bowl. And then they came off the Super Bowl losing last year. So they didn't want to, they wanted some
Oh, right.
company.
They don't want to be the Eagles of the NFC South, right?
Right. So then the Bears fan came dressed in red and black. So that basically told us his intentions and the way that he was leaning. And then myself and my other friend who was a Cowboys fan, we just wanted a good game.
Right.
And for about 38 minutes, it really wasn't that great of a game.
Did your Atlanta Falcons fan friend do like the Dirty Bird in like the third or the second quarter?
No. He was very confident. He was laid back. He was very confident. And at one point, I actually agreed with him because to me, it looked like watching an old fighter.
Hmm.
And you're kind of waiting. You see a few flashes, but the younger, more aggressive challenger is really taking it to him. And you're just thinking, well, just don't think it's going to be their night tonight. And that's basically how I felt there coming towards the middle way end of the third quarter. Once Grakowski missed that field goal, extra point rather, I was just like, well, might not be in the cards tonight for the Patriots just because that was them trying to grab some momentum and then missing that field goal just sucked it all away. So
Wow.
your thoughts and kind of the ebbs and flows of what looked like it was going to be an all-time blowout to turning into an all-time classic.
So the entire time I thought they were going to falcon it. Is there an echo? So, is there an echo for me?
No, you sound good to me.
Okay. Well, Classic just cut this out, and I'll just do this. All right. So for the entire game, I just felt like I feel like the Falcons were going to find a way to mess this up. I don't know why. You can check my timeline at That's So Jesse, but I never said they're going to win. Even in the third quarter, I'm like, guys, this is the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to find a way to falcon this up. I mean, I could have looked at, back in 1998, Eugene Robinson, NFL Man of the Year, got busted for soliciting a prostitute the night of the Super Bowl. I could have looked at the fact that, in a previous game, they scored 2 points in a playoff game. I could have looked at, I mean, it's just like so many things. It's just looking so too good to be true for me that I'm like, I feel like they're going to find a way to mess this up. And a few things I saw along the way was like, okay, stupid penalties being accrued. Sure, that could have been nerves. When I saw them go into the fourth quarter with one timeout left, I'm like, this isn't going to be good. Because the time management and then Kyle Shanahan getting a little cutesy with the plays. And then 5 minutes to go, you're in the 22-yard line, and 3rd and 1, you're going to pass the ball. And all you need to do is just kick it for a field goal, and you would have won the game. It was just not looking right from after the Lady Gaga, halftime show. And then the interesting stat was like, oh, they've gone an hour without seeing the ball. As someone who's lived and seen through Super Bowl 47 as a Ravens fan, I'm like, I don't know about this. And it's at the end, and then it's just so crazy that at the end, the Patriots never took a lead until it's time to win the game. And I think that's as much of a testament to the New England Patriots than anything.
Right. I'm with you. When they got the touchdown in the second drive of the third quarter, and it was 28-3. It was pretty much like,
it was too good to be true.
Well, it was pretty much my thinking was, Cal Shanahan, Mike Shanahan running the ball is their forte. All they have to do is just it's just the clock is their opponent now, not Tom Brady per se. Just because I like to look at strategy of the game, Atlanta did everything I thought they needed to do from a scheme wise, right? From a scheme wise on defense, they played the Patriots the way that I thought everybody should play the Patriots. Press the receivers, stay up tight with them. They're not going to run by you. You're going to have a chance to get your hands on the ball, even if they try to throw it deep.
And knock Tom Brady on his ass.
Right. They did that to perfection. But again, their offense not taking advantage of everything that they had done, of the pick six, the fumble that led to, that's 14 direct points by the defense that you don't think about going into a game like this. That, hey, Kyle Shanahan, all you got to do now, you've thrown enough passes, all you got to do now is just milk the clock. And you're up one score and a 2-point conversion, which is the length of the football field. Julio Jones just made a fantastic catch, all-time Super Bowl catch.
Oh, we should be talking about that more. But thanks to terrible clock management and them just like, oh, we're just going to throw the ball. We're going to keep going this game like we're trailing.
Right. At no point, even though they were coming back and they had the momentum, perfect position. They had the ball. They had the lead. They had the clock on their side. Once you got that first down and got near the red zone, I mean, literally, they could have fell down 3 times, kicked the field goal, and no matter what Tom Brady does, they're walking off the field with the confetti falling on Atlanta Falcons, and the culture in the country, feels good about themselves today.
We've been celebrating for John Lewis. We've been celebrating for the ancestors, but no.
The Migos having the number 1 album.
People were saying, do it for Shawty Low. I'm like, man, that was so disappointing. But
yeah. I mean, the Falcons were even at a point of feel-good status where Bomani Jones was even thinking about jumping back on the bandwagon.
I don't think he would have jumped back on, but
he said if they would have won the Super Bowl for one night, he would have got down with the get down.
All right.
But even that got just, blown away in just a matter of moments. But you have to give all credit to the Patriots because their defense shut out the Falcons in the times where they had to. Remember the onside kick was a possession where the Falcons didn't score and they got the ball over midfield because of the penalty. And there was another possession where the Patriots defense held. Even if they get a field goal there, that's 31 points and they hold on to win. I think that's what people forget about playing the Patriots. If you can't score at least 31, you're not going to win. And you're probably going to need 35 to 38 just to be confident. And Atlanta didn't even need that. They just really needed to run the ball just a little bit more. They had 18 total.
And then five of them were only after in the second half.
After the 25-point lead. Right. So
amazing. God.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad if like some Falcons friends were like, I just quit this. I can't do this. I can't go back.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad. I mean, that's just some uncharted territory. I don't know how they feel, thankfully, but
it's gonna be hard for them to recover and pick themselves up and be excited about football come into next season because the hangover from that, is going to be just huge.
And all this in a new stadium that they hyped up to like infinity. I'm like, God.
So let's kind of shift over to, right now you can't deny it. He's got the rings to prove it. He's got the greatest comeback ever in the Super Bowl to prove it. Tom Brady, the GOAT.
I hate his face, but he's so good.
Right. No matter what you think about his politics or no matter what you think about his life, as far as, having everything you could imagine, when you put him out in between those lines, I think every football fan would say they want him on their team. They wish he was theirs.
I mean, I'm very good at hating on him and the Patriots and everything. I'm like, God, 5 rings. What?
Yeah.
I can't.
7 times in the game itself, which is, almost half the amount of years he's been playing, he's played in the Super Bowl, which is, come to think about it, unheard of in professional football.
And how many years do you think he has left in him?
At a level in which he can be competitive, I think he's got 3 seasons.
Okay.
Barring just a major injury.
So they're thinking about, we're going to trade away Garoppolo because we think Tom Brady still has some good years in him. Like, what?
I don't think they should do that, because then you basically would have, if Belichick wants to continue, or if McDaniels, just says, hey, I'll stick around and take it over when you're ready to give it up. I mean, it could be like the 49ers all over again, where they had Montana and then they transition into Young, and it just keeps on going. And you get like 20 years, or in this case, you get probably, if Garoppolo's good enough, you might get 30 years of excellent football.
Now that they hear from Boston, never mind. Let me not. Yeah.
Yeah, which is just would be unparalleled in sports, to have something go on that long in a consistent basis. But I mean, Tom Brady, he looked mortal in the first half. I think everybody was ready to put the tombstone, the picture of him laying in the field with my man streaking down the sideline for the pick 6. I think that was going to be kind of the tombstone on Tom Brady. But they let him get that 1 touchdown there right before the fourth quarter on that long drive that took a lot of time. And then they came out in the fourth quarter, and I think he turned the headset off, said, we're going to go 5 wide, and whichever side has less defenders, I'm throwing that way. And he set all types of records for fourth quarter passing, overtime passing. I think he had something like
passing total.
Right. I think he had like 200 and almost 250 yards in the fourth quarter in overtime.
He had come to throw at least 70 times.
Right. So, but we can't forget about James White. 14 receptions, 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, and a 2-point conversion.
And I'm good for Tom Brady for giving him that truck, because if it wasn't for him,
Right. Amendola and Edelman came to the party a little bit later once Tom got his rhythm. I think that the unsung hero of the game, though, for the Patriots may be Malcolm Mitchell, because that was who Tom Brady went to kind of get his rhythm. He was trying to throw in the middle of the field early in the game, and the timing was off because Atlanta was doing a good job of just mauling their receivers. They would take the automatic first downs for the reward of it eventually led to a pick 6 because the timing was just off. But then Tom Brady adjusted his game plan, started going to the outside, and he started finding Malcolm Mitchell. And that got Tom Brady into a rhythm. And then once he found his rhythm, Atlanta was tired because their offense, again, wasn't taking advantage of the score and the time of the clock. And it just became a thing where they just wore down and they couldn't get to him in the fourth quarter when you needed to.
Right.
They had 5 sacks in the game, but none in the second half.
Yeah.
So that's done.
As for Atlanta's defense, who were absolutely gassed by the time the fourth quarter came around. Yeah, I'm just saying they're gassed. I mean, the fourth quarter was such a blur, and just
they couldn't. Their offense didn't.
They couldn't pick up on the offense. I'm like, they're telling them like, so we're just not going to cover. We're just not. Oh, okay. This is where it all turns badly for Atlanta, because just the guys not getting cover, missed tackles, and all that stuff.
Right. And another sneaky thing was who was watching the game for them that didn't see that Edelman caught that ball, that the ball stayed up on that dude's leg, because I saw that from my TV. I was like, "Ooh, he caught that because it was spinning on my man's leg."
Mm-hmm.
And then that was another timeout that was wasted because, I mean, you got to remember they still had the ball with 50 seconds left. If their kickoff returner plays smart, takes the touchback, They get the ball at 25. That's more than enough time, especially if you have a timeout.
Right.
Go down the field and get back within field goal range, because all they need to do is get their kicker to like 45 yards distance, and he was pretty much money.
Yeah.
But what if and should have done is all good now. But it's just those little things, and that's the reason why Belichick is the best, is because he doesn't give away anything. You have to earn everything you get from the Patriots.
And at the time, it's like, oh, they're gassed. Okay, let's go. Let's do this.
And you have to be ready to play for the whole 60 minutes. And if you don't, then they'll get you. They'll get you. So we'll move on from Tom Brady and the Patriots, and we'll talk about a moment that was 2 years in the making. The petty meter was very high on this one, as everybody's favorite commissioner, Roger Goodell, got up there and he had to hand the trophy over to Robert Kraft and say good things about the Patriots. And the booing was at a level that probably hasn't been seen at an NFL level in forever, maybe since like Philadelphia or something.
Right. Or New Orleans or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just talk about just him as the face of the league and just kind of how bad that looked when everybody is watching your event.
Of course, it looks awful because you have the biggest sporting event, one of the largest sporting events in the world, is being watched several continents and several time zones over. And you have this game, you have this, you have this unprecedented comeback. No team has ever come back 25 down to win the Super Bowl, and it's such a landmark moment. And then everybody has to watch your, head in command just get booed like that. That's not really a good look. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing going to be really done about it. I can't really be mad at the Patriots fans, although you can't be mad. I mean, we all understand why they're booing, because this whole Deflategate was like probably, I think so, kind of investigation. And that's what they were charged on. So yeah, that was inevitable, but it's not a good look for the league. There's nothing they can really do about it. So
right. I think it might have been just a residual, just how everybody feels about Roger Goodell, from Deflategate to Ray Rice to Josh Brown to Greg Hardy to head trauma to the Colin Kaepernick thing. I just think his whole commissionership right now is just negative in what he stands for and represents.
Yeah, but the owners won't do anything about it because he's meeting their money goals. I mean, these Thursday night games that are absolutely terrible. They're
his thing is this though, and I think that especially with not having Kraft on his side, his popularity amongst those ranks are starting to dwindle.
Right.
I don't think he has as many people in his corner as he did, let's say, 4 years ago.
I mean, it's true, but he's still bringing the money that he promised that he would bring in. So you just kind of have to put up with him as it is.
Right. So, it's kind of be interesting to see if he can do something to win a PR war, maybe show up at the first game next year when the Patriots get their rings and let the Foxborough crowd boo him and see if they can forgive him finally.
I doubt it.
Or if they'll just be petty.
Oh, you disrespected Tom Brady. You disrespect Boston. I'm like, come, okay, all right.
So, Jess, just we just wanted to do a quick in and out, let the people know that we haven't forgot about them, that we're still around here at Know the Score. So, just give me, your final thoughts on what you took in, and just another fantastic championship game. It seems to be the theme of sports here, 2016 running into 2017.
It's kind of interesting that in the last 12 months that this is the most. I was listening to Levitard earlier, that this was kind of the, I want not let down, but it was just like kind of anticlimactic compared to the other finals we've gotten so far, as in like Cavs Warriors and the Indians and the Cubs, and it's funny looking at it like, oh, compared to the other championships we've seen this year, this was kind of anticlimactic. Other than that, unless the AFC East does something like really big and really crazy, who else is going to stop the Patriots in that division? So, of course, we're going to see more of them. And basketball season is officially here. All-Star Weekend's coming up. It should be fun. In New Orleans, I thought.
Yes. Too bad they took it away from Charlotte. But
yeah, but they knew what was going to happen.
Right. My final thoughts would just be you can't bet against Belichick and Brady, no matter how dire the situation looks, no matter who's the upstart team. They just have a symmetry in a relationship that when they they can get people to follow behind them, just those two guys. It doesn't matter what the cast is, how talented they are, or how untalented they are. More than likely, 5 times out of 7, they've ended up being the best team. And, you can say it's luck, and you can say it's cheating, and you can say it's this, and you can say it's that. But eventually you just have to tip your hat and say, hey, it's the best I've seen.
Right.
And it's the best I've seen do it. And I think that that's kind of where I'm at now with my assessment of the Patriots and Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. He's been torturing my life as a 6-year-old kid. The first memory I have of football is the NFC Championship game in 1986 against the Redskins. The Giants shut our offense down and they carried him off the field. And to me, he's been just, a standout, even though he had a rough patch in Cleveland. He had the vision. He just got a second chance and he made the most of it. So my hat's off to those guys.
True. And Falcons gonna Falcon. Sorry, Falcons fans.
Yeah, and for them, they're in a division that's getting better. Everybody but the Saints have a young quarterback. I mean, Matt Ryan's young in NFL kind of age, but Drew Brees is getting a little older, but so it's going to be tough for them to kind of climb over Tampa Bay and Carolina. I expect them to bounce back, focus this year as well. So it'll be interesting to see. They'll have a new offensive coordinator and they'll try to shake off the most devastating collapse in NFL history as far as the Super Bowl goes. So it'll be interesting.
Good luck, San Francisco. I don't know what's going to go for you. Seeing that absolutely no weapons over there.
Only 4 more months to the draft.
So fun.
All right. So for That's So Jesse, I am at Don Del Laurente, and this has been the Know the Score Super Bowl special.
Bye.